Hello everyone, I'm Emily. And I'm Hannah. And we're the hosts of the I Don't Think So podcast. Each episode we discuss a different story, theory, or mystery and decide if we think it's believable or if we really don't think so. Here at the I Don't Think So podcast, we are affiliated with Flurry Sports and we present our theories on your favorite place to listen to podcasts every Wednesday. If you like what you hear, give us a rating, leave us a comment, or follow us on our socials at I Don't Think So _EH or on YouTube at IDTS Conspiracies.
Heck yeah!
Woo!
September! Do you remember? We're in the burr months.
Dan and I did a little remix of that song earlier today, and by we, I mean me. And it was all about how we have to get our new kitten fixed. Is
it time?
It's getting close.
It is time.
We're talking about how he's got a vet visit next week, and we're going to discuss how he has to get fixed.
Oh, so fun. How fun for you. Luckily, neutering is, cheap.
Yes. I was surprised at, how relatively cheap it is. And usually neutering goes easier than,
spaying.
Spaying, yeah.
Yeah. They pretty much are bingo, bango, bongo, $15, please.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's more than that.
Is it now?
Well, even, the cheap place that, there's, this, van that drives you around. That drives around, it's, $65. And then if you get it done at the vet, I think it's, $100. Which is still not,
not bad.
Terrible, but yeah, it's not
$300, $400.
Here's some raspberries and a pint of milk, and you can get your cat fixed. Speaking of the devil, he likes to attack your hair.
I didn't realize he was there until I turned, and then I just saw black and white. Hi, honey. Are you coming to snuggle? Are you coming to bite me?
Yes.
How dare.
Yeah, no, he's been fun. He's gotten a lot bigger.
He has gotten so much bigger. Hi, hon.
But his bite has gotten a lot stronger. He's teething.
I keep thinking my cat's getting to be an old man.
Yeah.
Just for whatever reason. I'm like, he's so old.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember I got him in 2023. And I got him when he was not even a year old yet. So he's
not quite 3.
He's 3 years old.
Okay.
He's not old. He's just
Mittens
young
just
adult.
turned 5 in the beginning of June, which I know, in terms of cats, that can be starting to get kind of old. But to me, she just seems so young and hip and with it.
She's just a proud young lady.
She's a nice millennial.
Yeah, I got him we got him New Year's Eve.
Do you know how old he was when you got him?
He was 11 months when I got him.
Okay, so almost.
He was almost a year
old. Okay.
When we got him. So I'm he's just a baby. I know. And I keep thinking that I'm he's getting so old. Also, he's such a big cat.
He's very long.
He's long. He's tall. He's not heavy.
No.
I mean, he's heavy.
He's got a little belly.
He gets a little, his primordial pouch does start to swing a little more every day. But he acts like he's starving all the time, which I'm you eat 3 times a day and I give you wet food.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
So he eats 4 times a day.
And?
Yes, and. But the doc says he's in a healthy weight zone, so I'm not too worried about
That's good. Yeah, I know when we, because we didn't know exactly when Tux was born, so they did, estimations based on weight and stuff like that. And the birthday they gave him was Jacob and Claire's wedding date, which is pretty exciting. So, new life of a marriage, new life of our cat,
life of a baby. Yeah,
yes.
No, I said to Jared, I was cats can live to be in their 20s. And he's not to be mean, but he's a big cat. And usually big cats don't live to be 24. And I'm leave him alone.
I don't think so.
I was he's going to outlive you. And he's okay, I don't think that's fair.
Well, that's what even my in-laws were talking about getting a new cat, and they were thinking about getting a kitten, but they're the cat could outlive us. We don't know if we can do that.
You gotta buy a senior kitty.
Yeah, yeah. And so, but then sometimes I'm looking at the shelter, and their senior cats are 7 years old.
I know there's senior 7, senior 9, and I'm You're telling me I only have 6 more years with my baby?
Mm-hmm.
No. And he's an a-hole, but I love him.
Tux, like, at some point, I'm like, you can just tell he really wants to play, but he just is so aggressive, and he doesn't know how to, like, play, so we're, like, whipping him around, and just, like, beating him up, and they're playing together, and...
It's that second child syndrome. The
Mhm.
first one is a sweet, sweet angel that, like, makes you really want
A
a
second.
second. And then you get the second, and you're like, what have I done?
Mm-hmm.
What have I done?
But when he sleeps, he's so sweet.
That's
Or
nice.
even, like, he'll come and cuddle. Like, last night he, like, came and cuddled with me, and it was so nice. And I'm like, this is what I want all the time. Can I just give you some drugs?
Can you just, like, chill out for 5
Mhm.
minutes? I know.
Mhm.
My cat doesn't really love to cuddle, but he likes to sit, like, really, really close to you.
Yeah.
When he wants to, like, cuddle. But he doesn't want you to, like, really touch him.
Sure. Yeah, no, Tux likes to cuddle, but he also likes to play a lot. Everywhere, all at once.
Everywhere at times, all the time. So I thought for this month we could do kind of like some Reddit stories and like a deep dive on Reddit. And I was like, do I want to do Am I the Assholes? Do I want to do like Best of Redditor updates? So I kind of was like, I don't know if I really want to do anything specific. So I found this Forbidden Facts Reddit page, and I thought I would
Ooh.
share some fun facts that I found on here. And I also have a fun little story that it's not fun, but it was like a Am I the Asshole story, because I do
Yeah.
love those.
So a little, like, Reddit rabbit hole. Like,
Reddit rabbit hole.
whatever you get down and you
Oh,
find
100%.
entertaining. I like that. Okay, good.
So this first one is like a fun little dark consumer truth. The eerily scientific reason why orange juice always tastes quote unquote fresh, even when it's a year old.
Who keeps orange juice for a year?
I don't know, but have you fallen down the TikTok rabbit hole of the juicers? Or is that just my TikTok rabbit hole? I really want a juicer now.
I am following. Do you follow like Mac, like cakes or whatever? She's like a baker out of Florida. And then she started dating this guy who's also a TikToker, but he does like random shit. But then he started getting into like the different Ninja like appliances. So he got like a Ninja Creamy, and they're doing a whole like does a creamy series where they make like random shit into ice cream. Like they just made a ranch ice cream, and they both like puked.
And are they pregnant?
No.
Oh,
And then
then no.
and then they got like the Ninja like slushy thing. Like I don't know what it's called.
I think it's just called a slushy.
And then there's a Ninja like soft serve thing. So I watched them with all their appliances. It makes me want to get one of those, but no juicers.
Oh, I watch a lot of juicing videos.
Is it
Anyway,
just like random juices?
yeah. Well, listen. It started with I watched one
Okay.
lady juice one orange, and now I watch so many people juicing various fruits.
Okay. Is it like a whole like? Is it like recipes?
No,
Okay.
it's literally I can't tell you. There's this one guy who like he doesn't talk at all. It's just like his big cast iron juicer, and he's got this great little like hand motion flip thing that he does, and he's like flip flip. Oh shit!
Oh, is it like the lemonade ones too? Have you seen
Oh,
those?
and he juices lemons, and he juices oranges, and he juices
Like the hydraulic press juicer things.
yeah, except for it's manual.
But I've seen that, but it's like you push down and it like.
Yeah.
Okay, I've seen like a few like people making lemonades,
Oh,
but
yeah.
not like. Oh no!
Oh,
no! He also knocked over 2 plants there already, and I had to get 2 new pots.
Hey now, you didn't knock down the fern. Good work, buddy.
He's just trying to get a fly.
Oh, there we go. Figured it out.
Anyway, yeah, no,
But-
I haven't seen those.
They're great. He did grapes, and they made the most satisfying pop noises. He did pomegranate. Oh,
I feel like that's a lot of work
no,
to get not that much juice.
it was amazing.
So the
Lemon, lime.
do the juicers have like something to catch all the seeds?
Yeah, it's phenomenal. Anyways, I might get one. Who knows? I've been influenced. Anyways, so here's something wild. Like I wish more people knew about. Most big brand orange juice, even the ones labeled 100% pure or not from concentrate, has all of its oxygen removed right after it's squeezed. Why? Because deoxygenating it lets companies store the juice in massive vats for up to a year
I mean,
without
I guess
it
that makes sense.
spoiling.
Because if there's no oxygen, then the bacteria can't grow. And so if the bacteria can't grow, it's going to stay good. I mean, that makes sense.
There is a catch. When you take the oxygen out of orange juice, you also strip it of its flavor. So to make it taste fresh again, companies hire flavor and fragrance firms, the same ones that work with perfume brands, to re-engineer the flavor of oranges using chemical formulas. The delicious, vibrant, just picked orange taste, it's not from Florida, it's from a lab, and it wasn't squeezed this season. But hey, it says just squeezed, right?
So, okay, I feel like the amount of, like, companies that have to, like, put, like, chemically modified or genetically modified, like, flavors and scents into things is crazy. Like, and, like, just in general.
Isn't that nuts?
Yeah, that is kind of crazy.
I was like, it just feels like I
guess for me, like, is it just because, like, some years they have good harvests and some years they don't? Or, like, they're just producing more orange juice than what they can sell? Like, what's the point of keeping it for that long? I guess is my question.
I am guessing that it is the fact that they are producing more than they can sell, and so it's kind of one of those, like, they always need a supply in case they have more demand.
Or if there's a bad year.
Or a bad year.
Like, I think about that, like, with produce in general. Like, there's always going to be this kind of stuff usually at the store, but then if they have a bad year, it's because they're keeping oranges from a year ago.
Isn't that crazy?
I don't know. Crazy.
I just was like, can you imagine the first person in the board meeting, like, way back in the day was like, what if we deoxygenate it? And they're like, but it's going to taste like shit. And they're like, wait, perfume. And then someone was like, great idea, Terry.
That is crazy.
Oh, this one I don't think will shock you, just like based on how you grew up and how we grew up.
Yeah.
But another interesting fact is cows have best friends, and they get stressed when separated.
Aww.
In a 2011 study, researchers found that cows form lasting social bonds and show signs of distress like elevated heart rates and vocalization when they are away from their chosen companion. When reunited, their stress levels will literally drop. Some farmers have even started adjusting conditions to keep bestie pairs together because it boosts milk production and overall health.
I've heard that, actually. Like, if you milk certain cows together or in, like, a certain order, that will then, like, give the best odds for the most milk production. Did you tell Jared?
No, I haven't told him that one yet. But I was like, I bet you he's probably like, no shit. Because it's crazy, because I was trying to...
you do always see, like, certain cows together in a group or something, or, like, those ones will lay together, or those ones will hang out.
Well, like, I don't know why it, like, didn't shock me, I guess, because I'm sitting here being like, when Jake and I would raise steers together...
Oh, right, yeah.
Like, it was awful when they were in different weight classes, because it was like...
They're used to walking together.
They're so used to being together that then we would try and separate them, and it was terrible. But I just, like, with dairy cows, I was like, oh, I didn't think about that. But I also, like, I'm not into horses, but there's always some horse person who pops up on my TikTok feed, and I always watch her videos. So that's my fault. But, like, she always is like, this is, my horse always has this best friend. And I'm like, I wonder if all animals are like that.
Probably. Like, even, like, when they're finding mates and stuff like that, like, they're probably, like, hanging out with the same people.
Like, this is my BFF.
Yeah, like, that penguin's effing annoying. No one wants to hang out with Jerry.
Jerry's annoying.
Yeah.
No one enjoys... Like, I'm like, that's so funny to me. That they're like, I really like this person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan. And it's like, oh.
You wonder, too, like, when we bring animals to the fair, then, like, do they like Skittles that we're bringing? Or, like, no one wants Skittles?
Me. I want Skittles there. But at the same time, I was like, why do you have to look so nice?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This one's on psychology and human behavior. So most of us would rather give ourselves an electric shock than sit alone with our thoughts. In one study, people who were asked to sit quietly in a room for 15 minutes with no phone, no reading material, no distractions, just themselves and their minds, many hated it so much that when given the option to press a button that delivered a mild but unpleasant electric shock, they would shock themselves. Repeatedly, despite having previously said they pay money to avoid it.
Jeez.
What really is going on? Turns out thinking, really just sitting and being inside your own head, isn't the peaceful experience we'd like to think it is. The mind spins stories, replays awkward conversation, invents panic about what you forgot to do or didn't say. So when stuck in silence, instead of an aha moment or a calm reflection, we often get discomfort. The kind we'd zap ourselves to escape. A tiny jolt, it turns out, can feel better than no distraction at all.
That's kind of sad. I also think that, like, I 100% could sit there for 15 minutes. Like, 15 minutes of peace and quiet. That's literally, like, I think about, like, I just started back up at school last week. And the one day I drove home and I literally sat in my car staring off into space for 10 minutes. And I didn't even realize 10 minutes had passed.
No!
Like, that's crazy.
Well, what that makes me think of is, like, I wonder if there's, like, a difference, because there is, I don't remember what it is, but it's like sound deprivation chamber, where it was like, it is so
quiet.
So quiet that you can, like, hear, like, your organs functioning.
Yeah.
And that people, like, that's functioning.
Yeah, that's a little uncomfy.
It'll cause, like, panic and things like that. And I think the longest someone has ever lasted in that's like an hour.
No, that makes sense if it's something like that. But if it's just like,
I can sit in a room by myself.
I get to sit. I don't want to sit.
Do I get to take a nap?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I could do this.
Yeah, that one, like, shocked me a little bit. I was like,
but then I think about, like, the last few years, the other third grade teachers, like, we've tried to instill, like, quiet time, because these kids are so overstimulated that, like, a lack of stimulation causes, like, panic and stress, and, like, they can't just sit there and do nothing. And so we're literally, like, lay on the ground and just be quiet and just, like, think about breathing or think about whatever it is that you need to do, but, like, literally just chill. And they can't, like, we'll make it a minute and they're just like, can't do it because there's not enough stimulation for them to, like, function.
Right. Isn't that crazy? I was like,
yeah, I don't know.
Ooh.
Talks, you are going to be kicked out.
Go by your father. Here's a creepy and disturbing fact.
Ugh.
There's a remote patch of forest in Japan where compasses will go haywire, trees grow in eerily perfect circles, and nothing, not birds, not insects, ever will make a sound. Scientists don't know what's causing it. Scientists know what's causing it, but that somehow makes it even worse. The Whisper Quiet Place lies at the base of Mount Fuji and is known as, I'm not going to be able to say it correctly, but the
interesting name.
Aokigahara,
okay,
or the Sea of Trees. It is thick with twisted volcanic roots, and it's so densely wooded that sunlight barely penetrates. The forest sits atop a bed of hardened lava from a massive eruption over 1,000 years ago. The ground bristles with magnetic iron, so enough to interfere with compasses and GPS signals, and it's easy to get lost here, so that's why the compasses will spin.
Crazy.
Many do, and not all of them want to be found. Aokigahara has gained a reputation as one of the most common sites for suicide in the world. Local authorities have largely...
Oh, is that like the suicide forest or whatever that... Who was it?
Logan Paul.
Let's say Jake. What an a-hole.
No kidding.
Okay.
Local authorities have largely stopped reporting numbers publicly, but at one point around 100 bodies were recovered in a single year.
Holy cow.
Volunteers still do patrols, softly, respectfully looking for people who may have come here for a final walk. They carry tape and string to mark their paths, because in some areas the trails will vanish completely.
Oh,
because,
no,
like of
Hansel
moss,
and Gretel you back.
Things like that. But here's where it gets really creepy. Many who visit the forest report a profound sense of being watched. Not in, like, the paranoid sense, more of, like, the forest itself is kind of aware of you being there. And the oppressive quiet really doesn't help. Birds really seem to avoid the area as if something has to, like, be there. They're not sure if it has to do with the magnetic field. Wind rustling branches is often the only sound you're going to hear. In Japanese folklore, it's full of spirits tied to the natural spaces, especially forests. And in that area, there's a particular kind of said to linger. They're called yuri, the restless souls caught between life and death, often born from tragic or violent ends. You'll often encounter stories described as cold spots, flashes of white in trees, or footsteps just behind you where there's never anything visible. Many birds, a lot of people will say with the birds, especially migratory birds, have like geomagnetic sensory organs in their heads and beaks. So the magnetic iron is seen often as like the culprit of why birds won't go there.
Because they can't figure out where they're going, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. But just depends on where you go. But a lot of people is like creepy.
Yeah, that is creepy.
And it like humans are also said to have a lot of like metal and magnetic things in your body too. So like some people think that might be what. Should we just sneeze right into the window?
Because he tried to swallow a fly and then he sneezed.
Hey man, it happens to the best of us. What are you gonna do? But it's just wild to me.
It is like, I find it fascinating because I do feel like there is a greater power that like there is this connection between like heaven and earth and whatever, and like as you're like walking through life, that like there's just certain things where like things get super eerie that can't necessarily like scientifically be explained, or maybe they can, but I feel like I get that sense of like, oh, I'm being watched, or oh, I am whatever, you know what I mean? Like it's just interesting to me when people that don't know each other, never met, have like similar experiences to things like that, and then don't have a ton of explanation why.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I don't like
creeps
it.
me out.
This one I just was like, I guess, but I don't know why I didn't put two and two together. Sharks existed before trees. By about 100 million years.
I guess, because they're technically like a descendant of different like dinosaurs and stuff like that.
So sharks have been cruising Earth's oceans for over 400 million years, while the first true trees didn't show up until around 350 million years ago. That means that sharks were already ancient when forests were just an idea in evolution's notebook. And get this, some species of sharks alive today, like the frilled shark, still look eerily similar to those like prehistoric ocean predators. Isn't that kind of weird?
Yeah, that is weird to me. Like even like with turtles and alligators and like those types of things.
They don't look the same.
No, I don't like it.
And that, I was like, I think I knew. I don't know. Like in my head, I'm like, I guess. But then all of a sudden, I'm like, weird.
I also like, do you ever get the TikToks where it's like, we're closer to like Cleopatra than we are to like whatever. Like the different like categories or like comparisons of time of like these two people are closer together in time than these two things or whatever, and you're just like, whoa.
Hate that. So
yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, sometimes like I will listen to podcasts while I'm like ticking on my work, and I won't pay attention to what podcast has jumped next. And the one that came up recently was a conspiracy theory podcast, and talked about how dinosaurs were fake. I was like, how did I get here? Well, then I like pulled my head out of what email I was writing, and I was like, wait a minute. I was like, where am I?
It's like when we have those conversations and we're like, how did we get on this train of thought? Like this led to this, led to this, led to this, led to this, led to whatever. And then all of a sudden we're talking about something completely different.
It's just like, when and how did I get to be here? And I just would like to know. I'd just like to know. It's so nice of you, Dan, to try and catch the fly for him. Can you do it? You can do it.
That's how I know he's going to be a good dad.
I got you this fly. That's what I got you, friend. This is for you.
Yep.
Oh my goodness gracious.
It's the little things in life. Like a cat dad catching a fly for their kitten.
No, I'm kidding. This is for you. All right. My last story.
Love it.
It is, am I the asshole for still getting a flight home when my two young coworkers I was traveling with weren't at the airport yet and were obviously going to miss it? So this was posted August 3rd, 2025.
Oh, so like a couple weeks ago.
Recent. So there is a TLDR. I'm not going to read that because we have the long version, and obviously I want to read the long version.
Love it.
And this is concluded, so it's got updates and everything like that.
Love.
So this past week, I was presented with an industry award in Nashville.
Wow.
That an agency partner nominated me for. I'm a director at my company. My co decided to send 2 junior level employees to the event as well because they thought it would be a good experience for them. a specialist who had been with us for a little over a year, a 25 female, first job out of college, and a summer intern, 21 female, rising senior. They are not on my team, report through a separate VP, and have very limited with no interaction to them in my daily work life. They were very excited to be going. This was going to be the specialist's first time on a plane, lots of team chats, asking what to wear, etc. We were flying in Thursday morning and leaving Friday evening, so it was a very short trip, but I tried to help share info about the event. So types of attendees, awards, reception, presentation Thursday night with a country western theme, and then I was speaking on a panel Friday morning. There's so much I could say, but I'll try to highlight the key points. The specialist barely made the Thursday morning flight because she doesn't have a real ID and had to do extra screening. She had no idea what a real ID was or the basic rules of flying, like the liquid restrictions or etc. She was very upset that they made her throw away some of her skincare that was over 3 ounces. Thursday night event was a country western theme, and while a majority of people there were business casual, intern shows up in a bandana tube top, micro skirt, cowboy boots, and a cowboy hat. I pulled her aside and asked if she wanted to run upstairs and change since it was still a business event, but she said she was fine and she thought she looked cute and on theme. After ceremony, I invited them to join me with some colleagues I knew from other companies in the hotel bar, but they tell me they want to check out Broadway. I make a face and said this would be a good networking opportunity, and they made "come on, mom" jokes, and so I tell them to be safe and remind them the time and location of the first session the next day. Text them around 11 p.m. that I hope they got back safe. No response. Went to bed. Text them the next morning, offering them to meet for coffee before morning sessions. No response. No idea if they actually attended any sessions or saw my panel, but I did find them in the hotel lobby afterwards looking incredibly hungover. Have about 2 hours after the event is over and before we need to go to the airport. I invite them to a late lunch with our agency partners. They decline because they want to go to the Country Music Hall of Fame. Again, I make a face and I say I don't know if they will have time, and I think it would be a good opportunity for them to spend some time with our agency. They act like I'm the wet blanket, so I tell them leaving for the airport. They act like I'm the wet blanket, so I tell them I'm leaving for the airport from the hotel at 4 p.m. sharp and meet me in the lobby so we can share a lift. Text them at 3:45 that the lift is arriving in 15 minutes. No response. Text them that the lift has arrived and I'm leaving for the airport. No response. Text them when I get to the airport and tell them security line is long. Neither of them had a pre-check. No response. Text them when I get to the gate to please give me some sign of life. Intern sends a very short response about 10 minutes later. In lift, there's traffic. Nothing else. Text them the flight is starting to board. No response. Text them when I'm in my seat that boarding is about to end. No response. Doors close. They don't make it. Put my phone in airplane mode. Land a couple of hours later to a barrage of texts from them. They are, quote, stranded in Nashville, don't know what to do, how to rebook, who to call for help, etc. I also have an angry voicemail from the specialist's mom that I have abandoned her daughter in Nashville. She has never flown and has anxiety. She's having a panic attack at the airport and needs medical attention. She could be human trafficked, blah, blah, blah. I call specialist and intern back. Both phones ring, but neither pick up. Text to see if they were able to rebook. No response. Forward them email with our business travel info with after hours contact and text them that I sent the email. No response. Texted an hour or so later to see if they were okay. No response. Did not call the mom back. Also, I have a text from the direct front loop. Also have text from their director. Don't know her well. Just started with Co a couple weeks ago asking what's going on. I sent her a brief overview and screenshots of all my unanswered texts to them from earlier in the day along with my transcript of the voicemail I got from mom. She acknowledged my response, but no further dialogue. Now I get an invite for a Monday morning meeting from that director with their VP and our C-suite leader. My VP is on PTO.
Okay.
I feel like these are adults. I was communicative, and I ultimately feel I'm not responsible for their decisions. But you tell me, am I the asshole?
You are not the asshole. I feel like if you are all adults going on a business trip, like, it is not your coworker's job to babysit you.
Correct.
And especially if you are coming onto this as, like, junior staff members trying to go on to this to network and get experience. Granted, like, if they wanted to go out the night before, whatever. Is that probably the best move for a business thing? Probably not. But this sounds like this other person was nice enough to give you plenty of warning, let you know when they were leaving, let you know when you had to do these things. You can Google the rules on how to fly.
It's not hard.
No. And it's like, even with the real ID stuff, it's not like it was like, oh, no one told anyone ever that this was going to happen.
No.
Like, I saw stuff on TikTok about it. Like, you should be able to, like that is the life we live, where it's like, you could Google it. You could go on TikTok and figure it out. You could search something on Twitter and figure it out. You could search something on Facebook and figure it out. You could search stuff on Instagram of, like, what am I packing? Like, there's so many different things of, like, ways that you can figure out how you're supposed to get to someplace and then just be an adult to, like, travel. And then if you miss your flight, like, that's on you, babe.
Well, also, like, you're sitting here telling me, like, I have never flown before. I would stick to the person who's flown before like glue.
Correct.
You're telling me you're leaving for the airport at 4? I'm with you.
I'll be in the hotel lobby at 3:30. Like,
I'll be there. Like, where are you going? Also, the fact that, like, I know I'm going on a business trip. I can understand, like, you're going to Nashville
mm-hmm.
and you're young and you kind of want to have fun. But I also can recognize, like, I'm going there for business.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to have fun. Like, if you want to go out the night before, I can get maybe being like, I really want to go out the night before. The second someone makes a face at me, though, about it, I'm like,
changing my mind. Yeah.
Also, if I get downstairs and I'm in a mini skirt and a bandeau top, and I look around and everyone else is in like business casual, maybe they threw on a cowboy hat and boots.
Right.
I'm hauling ass back upstairs. I would rather not be in theme
and dress appropriately. 100%.
I don't care. I can't imagine being like, you went there for a business trip, you missed everything about the business trip, and then blaming someone else
for missing your
flight.
I can't. And then to have your mom, that's embarrassing.
My coworker? You called my coworker. Not even like you called like my friend. You didn't call you called my coworker.
Correct.
That's embarrassing.
Right. Like, it would be one thing if this was like professor and student, or like teacher and student, or like even like this person wasn't an adult. Like, but you are all adults here. You are hired on to be an employee here. You are invited, nice enough to be invited to go on this business trip. You should be
networking.
And you should be able to handle yourself as the professional you are supposed to be on this business trip.
And I'm sure you're getting paid.
Correct.
You should not be hungover like that, getting paid.
No, that's insane to me.
Like, that's a real fucking bummer.
Mm-hmm.
You should have planned better.
Yep.
Ugh. August 4th, 2024, we have an update. So the next day.
Okay.
Insert it's me, wicked meme here. This whole fiasco has really challenged my Reddit skills, LOL. Here's my update after my meeting this morning. If there's a better place / way to post it that won't get me in Reddit jail, let me know. Meeting over. CMO did not join. It was the other VP and director, plus the internship coordinator who is in HR. VP asked all the questions. It was over Teams, on camera, recorded, almost comically formal, like I was being deposed. Like something. Deposed. Sorry.
Like in court. Yeah.
In court.
Mm-hmm.
I just was like, did I say that right?
Yeah.
Sometimes like the inflection in the weird words is weird.
Deposed.
Deposed.
You said it right.
During the meeting, bullet points. So bullet 1. I was asked to recap what happened. Started from when we arrived. I was prepared, had all my key points, kept it factual on my actions, no speculation of their actions. Point 2. I shared my phone screen live, went through the text messages with the timestamps and the voicemail from the specialist mom. Bullet 3. I was asked if I had requested or encouraged specialists to put any expenses on her P card. This question took me by surprise. I said I didn't even ask or consider that she had a P card, and besides the lift from the airport to the hotel, which I scheduled / paid for, I was never outside of the hotel / official conference activities with either specialist or intern that would have required any sort of payment. I did say I would consider it to be her line manager's responsibility to make sure she understood our travel and expense policies prior to her traveling. Point 3. I was asked if at any point I had reached out to anyone at the office about anything that was transpiring, to which I said no. I certainly intended to when I returned, but we were talking about everything that happened within a 32-ish hour window, all while I was trying to focus on what I was sent there to do. Participate as a panel member at the conference, attend other presentations, take advantage of face-to-face time with our agency, and accepting my award. I said I felt I was reasonable to believe that any other attendees would have expectations for participation and outcomes set by their leadership team, especially when coming from other departments where I wouldn't be knowledgeable about their goals and objectives. Similarly, if there were different expectations of me based on other co-attendees, I would expect that to be clearly communicated in advance.
For sure, yeah.
Next bullet. I was not asked if I thought intern and or specialist should receive any sort of reprimand, and I didn't feel comfortable trying to interject something like that based on the flow of conversation.
Sure.
Next bullet. I'm under the impression that they're meeting with the specialist and intern separately, but my meeting was first. They then say, after the meeting, I debrief with my trusted colleague who shared the following from Friday water cooler chats. We have 2 bullets here. Bullet 1. I definitely offended intern by pulling her aside about her outfit. She posted it to Snapchat with a caption about it, and some other intern/employees saw it, dying to know what exactly it said, but coworkers said everyone who did see it agreed that it was inappropriate for a work event. Bullet 2. Allegedly, in all caps. Specialist mom had once called previous director, who left, director in meeting today replaced him, about specialist working hours. It is known that several months ago, specialist was pulled off a high-profile project team. Apparently, when she was asked to put in some evening and weekend hours to meet a deadline, mom called director and complained. Don't know if I believe this to be true, but mom stepping in could be a pattern.
That's psychotic.
She's 24. This is her career.
That's insane.
Get off her. Anyways, what I'm hoping helps validate my quote-unquote testimony, is separately on Friday, one of my agency partners I was with emailed my CMO about a conversation we had after the ceremony on Thursday evening with some ideas he had. Typical agency, salesy stuff, but he also unknowingly corroborated my alibi on Thursday night. So that's where we're at. Last night, I had convinced myself that this would all result in me receiving a big apology or acknowledgement of wrongdoing and that I shouldn't have to deal with this, etc. But I didn't, which makes me feel like this is a bit unresolved. I did send all my notes to my VP on Sunday, but his PTO is medical related, and I know he's not able to really check in. So just keeping my head down until I hear anything else.
So it sounds like they went out and then put all of their bar bills on like the company P card.
It kind of sounds like, which is
insane.
Bold. There's one more update.
Okay, but yeah, it's because I was trying to think of other questions. Like they asked about the expenses.
Like,
what were the other ones?
Like recap what happened.
Which is general, yeah.
Like they asked to share the phone screen.
Okay, which is fine.
P card.
Okay.
Then they asked, like, did you talk to, like, why didn't you reach out to anybody at the office?
Oh, sure. Which, again, that's such a short
window.
Yeah.
And that's what they said. They're like, it was 32 hours.
And on top of that,
I'm a panelist, I'm accepting an award, and I'm networking.
Correct. And on top of that, you don't need to babysit your coworkers.
Who was I supposed to call? And I don't, like, really know their VP.
Correct. Okay. Yeah, those are the questions?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. But yeah, no, the P card thing, though, I'm like, oh! And then for the chick to post the outfit on,
and everyone to be like, what are you wearing to a work
insane.
event? Also for her to say it was a micro skirt, not even a mini skirt,
is
everything
her ass is hanging out, and then a bandana bandeau top is crazy.
I can understand. Well, we'll talk about this in a minute. Anyways, final update. August 6th.
So 2 days after.
2 days after.
Okay.
3 days after the initial post.
Gotcha.
This will be my final update. It's probably not going to be as juicy as you want it to be, but hopefully it provides some level of closure to this whole thing. This post will still be long because I generally have a problem with brevity and I have big feelings about this whole experience.
Same.
Here are the things I want to say. I bullet the topics so you can choose what interests you. How dare you?
Queen.
Everything.
This is why you're being awarded.
Bold. Was this post fake? No. I don't really understand why it was flagged, what rules I broke, etc. I did alter some details to try to protect my identity, more on that later. But I feel like this is generally acceptable Reddit practice. At the point where it was taken down, it had already gone viral. So I honestly appreciated the decline in notifications, lol. According to my DMs, many people felt entitled that I provide them with proof of authenticity. And it's like, be so for real. I'm a human looking for advice on the internet, not a gold-plated, uncirculated, oversized novelty Sacagawea quarter you buy from an infomercial in the middle of the night. If you don't like something or think it's fake or it's not bringing you joy, just scroll on.
Fair.
It's really easy to do.
Yep.
Threatening a stranger won't prove anything or make your life better.
True.
Bold. Was I doxxed? Yes. While I received many incorrect guesses at my true identity, there were a couple that were correct, and holy shit, that is scary.
Yeah.
I don't know what compels a person to go to such lengths to try and figure out who a random internet poster is, but maybe don't spend your time doing that unless it's someone threatening to shoot up school or bomb a concert venue, of course. Take those despicable monsters all the way down. But I'm just an elder millennial trying to navigate imposter syndrome in a corporate America, pay my bills, and generally be a good person, so one day I can hopefully retire and rescue a borderline concerning number of geriatric Pomeranians.
Same.
Very unworthy of your CIA caliber sleuthing. Please make friendship bracelets or try diamond painting as a relaxing hobby instead. Or join the actual CIA and take down would-be school shooters or concert venue bombers. Bold. Has anyone from my job seen my post? Yes, in some form. More than one person, in fact. Perhaps naively, this was something I never even considered would happen. It's Reddit. It's anonymous, and everything is cycled through in about 24 hours, right? But as soon as reaction videos started coming across my FYP, a People magazine article, and all other ways that this thing took a life of its own, not gonna lie, I had a pretty severe panic attack about this. Like, wow, I handled this situation as best as I could as it came out relatively unscathed. But me seeking validation of internet strangers would be what it takes me out in the end. So far, have not been reprimanded over it, but I accept whatever comes of it. Not my most professional move to air out others' not most professional moves on the internet, and I will seek healthier outlet in the future. Maybe I'll make friendship bracelets or try diamond painting. Bold. Will specialist and or intern be fired? To my knowledge, they are both still employed. Although today is the official last day for the entire summer intern cohort, I know how I would handle one of my team members if they did this, but I trust they would never, ever, ever, because they're sensible and smart and amazing and probably reading this. But for these two, it's not up for me to decide. And while I take full accountability for bringing all gestures widely on this myself, I'm at a point where I would very much like to be excluded from this narrative within my actual place of work. In conclusion, for everyone who commented and sent such nice supportive messages, thank you. Sincerely, I did get some good advice. I'm glad I could help you temporarily escape someone else's work drama. Provide HR training materials for new employees on travel policies, or maybe validate whatever you did on your first workplace trip creeps into your brain when you're trying to fall asleep at night actually wasn't that bad. I took the rest of the week off, which may seem like an overreaction, but sometimes weird stuff impacts you in ways that you aren't prepared for. I'm going to use the time to rest, do a bit of reflection, and look at pictures of geriatric Pomeranians.
Love that.
And that's it.
That's crazy. I mean, honestly, it sounds like the cohort's probably done. So it's like, is it worth them getting fired over at this point? Like, probably not. But like, if they're a full-time employee, that's insane.
But the thing is, specialist is a full-time employee.
Well, they should get, and that's the mom too, right?
And that's mom.
Bye. You're fired.
That's like, intern doesn't matter. Because, like, intern's done.
Yeah.
But, like, specialist is a full-time employee. Specialist
Yeah.
is a 24-year-old full-time employee. I would be so done with you. Also, it sounds like
Correct.
you got removed from a different thing already.
Right. So this isn't your first thing. Like, first issue at the job or whatever. I don't know. That's just insane to me.
We would be so done. I'd be like, thank you for nothing.
Correct. Well, and to me, like, if I was
Goodbye.
a business and, like, I'm not paying for your, like, rebooking fees or anything like that. Like, it'd be one thing if you're having to rebook because of weather or, like, something out of your circumstances. The
Correct.
conference went long. Like, whatever it is, that's one thing. Like, so we're sending you there on a work trip. You are not showing up on time because you went to the Country Music Hall of Fame.
in fucking Nashville.
And then now you're having a panic attack? I don't care. I do not care.
Not at all.
No.
And you like went to this work conference, possibly spent, they never confirmed, and it like I'm sure she didn't get told.
No.
But like possibly put charges on your P card.
Correct.
For not
which is illegal.
Work related things. Like you're getting canned. I'm
Correct.
so over it.
Correct. Yeah.
You got sent to do work things. You went to 0 work things. You dressed
horribly
awfully
inappropriate. Yeah.
I don't remember if that was intern or specialist, but
either way.
You did not go. You did not network. You put inappropriate things on
and
the
you
card.
think about like as an intern, that's the whole point of your internship too, is to like get experience to then get a job. So like you being invited to this conference is like
a big deal.
The perfect way for you to like guarantee you a job out of college or wherever, whatever you're doing, out of your internship or whatever. But it's like they're definitely not going to be hiring you back.
No, and you're not going to get a good recommendation from them.
No.
Also, the funny thing is, if it was you who put the Snapchat story of you like, look what I wore to my work conference.
Mm-hmm.
And so many people were like, that's
inappropriate.
So inappropriate. Good luck.
Correct. And then now, say you're trying to apply somewhere within this business and they recognize you. You're like, oh, you're the person that wore the slutty outfit to the
oh my God. Weren't you the one that like got invited to that conference, but then you wore like the short skirt and then like got really hungover the next day and you didn't show up to anything?
Any meeting. Right. You going out to the bars in Nashville, cute. Love the outfit. Not the point.
You're at a work conference.
Correct.
Well, what I was going with that was like, have you fallen down I'm sure you have, but like the rabbit TikTok, the TikTok rabbit hole of like Teacher Bay and like the outfits and things like that.
Yes.
And I, to this day, I'm like, you can look cute and have style and still be appropriate.
Correct. Well, especially with them, like I am living this day in and day out. Our joke at our school is like, what pajama pants can I get away with looking professional? Because I still need to look professional.
Yeah.
But like, yes, I'm sitting on the floor with children, but I'm thinking of like, what can I wear that's comfortable, that's going to cover me appropriately? Like not have my butt and my boobs and everything else hanging out, because that's not appropriate or functional for my job.
Correct.
Like, do I think you need to wear dress pants and a dress blouse and like a fucking suit to work every day to teach? Absolutely not. Like,
because I also don't think that is
functional for your
you
job
to get up and down off the floor either.
Correct. Like, I am definitely like, our school doesn't have a dress code. We can get away with wearing pretty much, and like honestly, when we're like we get away with wearing what we want, we're like, ooh, I got to wear sweatpants on Friday. Like, yes. Like it's not like us wearing something that's like inappropriate. It's like, how can I be the most comfortable?
How can I be so comfortable today?
Yes, like, and it's not coming from a place of like, I don't know, like I just, and maybe that's just me. Like I like wearing clothes. I like to feel cute and stylish and whatever, but like, I also don't strive for that for my job. Like, that's just not, like, I have certain clothes that I'm like, this is super cute as an elementary school teacher, or this is super cute. Like would I wear my rainbow pants out in the world? No, but like to school, this is great. Like,
this is wonderful.
Right. And so like, are there certain things that like you can have a sense of style and still be your authentic self? Absolutely. But you also need to like dress for the job that you're that you're working for, or trying to get. And I remember even hearing that, like, because I've been on like different TikTok rabbit holes of like specifically student teachers doing that too. And I remember being in college and like the one class we took before we started like our student teaching, and we'd been in the classroom like a ton, and they would say like, even when you are going in to like sit there and watch for an hour, like you need to be dressing like a professional, like dress for the job you want to get kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I don't care. And I remember this one teacher, and she was harsh sometimes, but she's like, I worked at this, like she said her first job was working at an elementary school at a military base. And she goes, I did not like wear anything but dress pants until like April, because I was a young, like a 21-year-old fresh teacher on this military base, and I wanted people to take me seriously. And she goes, is it ridiculous that that's what I felt like I had to do for them to take me seriously? Absolutely. But you also need to play the game a little bit. Like, you also need to know your audience a little bit. And if that's what's going to happen for them to take me seriously, like, no, I'm not dressing up for pajama day. No, I'm not dressing up for whatever. Like, I can still have fun and teach my kids and, like, be a good teacher for them and, like, dress professional and be a professional person. And so, like, that to me is, like, I see student teachers, and what gets me is, like, I don't love the teachers that are like, you shouldn't be recording your students at school. That's illegal. Even, like, recording yourself teaching to me is, like, weird. I think there's been 2 instances where I've, like, recorded myself teaching for something, and one was, like, a surprise birthday thing to a parent. Like, the parent asked me to record something, and I recorded it for them. And the other one was for your dad, of us saying thank you for reading with the kids. Like, that's it. And then, like, have I recorded the kids doing stuff for, like, them? Yeah. But, like, not, like, no one sees it besides the kids. Like, and they're deleted off my phone, and they're in my Google Drive. Like, I don't record myself teaching to, like, get a reaction online. Like, that to me is, like,
it's just weird.
It's weird. It's just, like, the same as, like, YouTubers, like, exploiting your kids. You are a teacher exploiting your students, and it's even more weird because you are making decisions for people that are not your children.
Yeah.
Like, at least the YouTubers are, like, their parents. Not that it makes it, like, okay, but, like, you have to parent your children how you're going to parent your children. Like, these are not your kids to make that decision.
You're making money off of other people's kids.
Correct. And so I see, like, these student teachers doing it, and, like, they're recording themselves, and I'm like, absolutely not. Or, like, there's a couple times that we've had student teachers come into our school, and I'm like, what are you wearing? Or, like, what are you, like, and the only thing for us is, like, don't wear something too low cut. Don't wear a crop top. If you're going to wear jeans, maybe don't wear ones with holes in them.
Yeah.
Unless it's, like, for a Halloween costume or, like, Spirit Day or, like, something, like, and it's not, like, holes everywhere. It's like, oh, I got a little patch on my knee. You know what I mean? And so, like, I've seen a couple times, like, teachers wearing stuff. Like, I remember one time last year, it wasn't a student teacher in 3rd grade, but it was a student teacher in kindergarten. And the kindergarten teacher had to tell her, like, your dress is too short. Like, you can't function. Like, you can't raise your hands with the kids because everything's going to pop out down below. And then it's too low cut in the top. So when you bend over, you can't bend over because everything's going to fall out up top. It's like, it reminds me of, like, if you've seen The Office, like, the Casual Friday where Meredith has, like, the tube dress. And if she pulls it up too high, her ass is out. If she pulls it down to cover her ass, her boobs are coming out. Like, that's kind of the situation that was happening. And they're just like, and they sent her home. Like, you need to go home and change. And yeah, like, I think, are there schools that I think sometimes are a little too strict about dress code? Yes. But at the same time, like,
what are you wearing? Like, sometimes I also can understand, like, body types are different.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, like, what works for a man body type versus, like, a woman's body type is very different. Also, like, if you are a double D,
yeah,
it's going to work differently for you than if you are an A cup. And that is life. Life is not fair.
Well,
and that sucks.
That's sometimes to me too, is like, you're also, like, not going to do, like, that's just, like you said, like, that's just life for some things. Like, not saying it isn't fair because it's fair because it isn't fair, but fair. Like, tough.
Like, it is tough. And I can also recognize that, like, I don't care if you're wearing a pencil skirt. Like, and if you are cheeked up from God's green earth,
yeah,
like, you are God's favorite. Cool. If
yeah.
you're wearing a pencil skirt, I don't even give a shit.
No.
Like, you're covered, and that's great.
Yeah.
If you're doing your job and, like, I don't care.
Correct.
I have no shits given. I have a problem when you have a dress on and you're so low cut that you bend over and I'm like, your bra is bright red.
Correct.
Like,
or,
that's
like,
where
I've seen stuff of, like, people wearing see-through stuff, and I'm like, what are we doing here?
Whoa.
Like, well, to me, it's sometimes too, I'm like, also, like, what are you getting at? Like, what's the style? Like, what's the...
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't be trying to get attention from your students. That's gross.
Well, I also, like, Teacher Bay is a very good example of this.
Mhm.
Just like, I think it's very relevant pop culture right now. Of just like, your name's Teacher Bay. Like, that's
Mhm.
weird.
Yeah.
Like, your name is telling on yourself a little bit.
Correct.
You can like be like, I think art teachers in general, like
Yes.
I'm painting with a broad brush, but like they usually have a very unique style
Correct.
and like cool style. Usually.
Right.
And like that is a really good way to represent like you have a very unique and a very cool style without it being like
Sexual.
sexualizing yourself in a way that like you're sexualizing yourself in a way that you're like hoping students look at you.
Correct.
Again, because your students are minors and you are not.
Yeah. No, I agree. And even like that's with like some of the recording of stuff of like so I've seen some teachers do it to like get their students' reaction, especially in like middle school and high school. And I'm like, that's weird. They're like, oh, they love me. Like, do I think that my students love me?
No.
Yes, they've told me they love me, but it's not in like, oh, they love me. It's like a maternal or like
A
role
teacher.
model, leader, teacher figure. Like we still haven't. They know I'm not their friend.
No.
Like they know I am their teacher, and that's that. And there's no weird thing. And at the same time, like how I talk to them on my own is how I talk to them in front of my administration, is how I talk to them in front of other teachers, is how I talk to them in front of their parents. Like I don't have different reactions based on who's in the or who is not in the room.
Right.
Because I'm acting professionally. Like
At all times.
you shouldn't be worried about what you're going to say if you are not doing something shady.
No.
And that's with any job.
No, I know. I just was like, I thought about that with this story. I had heard this story earlier and I
Yeah.
was like, makes me think of that Teacher Bay stuff.
100%. Yeah. No, that's insane. Wow, that's fun. I love a little like either TikTok or Reddit rabbit hole, like all the different things. I'm excited to scroll to this week and see what we get because you really can have anything and it's all entertaining.
I love Reddit some days. I'm like, this is so fun. I love
Sometimes I feel like they can be hit or miss for me. Like I will like look up stuff and I'm like, the people aren't giving what I need them to give. And then it's like the extreme. You're like, I can't get off of this. Like, I am in so deep.
I'm swimming.
I also hate that. But like,
I need to get out. I'm deep in this.
Yeah.
Well, if you like what you hear, we will see you all next week. We had a long episode. Whoopsies. You know, we sometimes skip a week or two, so we're just giving it to you in one.
Yeah, exactly. If you like what you hear, definitely check out our socials at I don't think so _EH or on YouTube at IDTS Conspiracies, and we will see you next week. Bye.